Hi, my name is Heather Heiman, and I'm the manager of the Human Trafficking Prevention Project here at Maryland Volunteer Lawyer Service. And I'm chatting with you today a little bit about some of the legislative achievements that we had this last 2023 General Assembly session here in Maryland. The session wrapped up in April, and the Human Trafficking Prevention Project was monitoring quite a number of bills. I think throughout the course of this year's session, we submitted testimony to over 60 different bills between ourselves at MVLS, and there's a lot of testimony submitted by our partner at University of Baltimore. And we had some notable achievements that'll really be improving protections and remedies available to trafficking survivors here in Maryland. One of the first things I wanted to mention, and actually what I'd say is the biggest achievement, because it's been worked on for so long for the anti-trafficking community, was passage of the Safe Harbor Act, which is a modification of Maryland's criminal law. The legislation was House Bill 297, Senate Bill 292. And what this law does is it extends protections that are available to child sex trafficking victims by basically providing an exit ramp out of the juvenile criminal legal system for individuals who are minors, who have been trafficked and who are charged with things like prostitution and other related crimes, other misdemeanors in particular. And it basically creates a mechanism by which people are not going to be then getting criminal records as a minor, which, as we've talked about so many times, having criminal records really impacts your ability to move forward with your life. Even though, records of minors are not as accessible as adult records, they can still have a huge impact on a person, on their ability to, secure housing, get jobs, do things down the road. And the most important thing actually is that we shouldn't be treating individuals who have experienced human trafficking as criminals when they are being forced to commit crimes by their traffickers. So this is a great step, a huge step in the right direction, and will really bring Maryland, I think, into up to a level that we need to be at when we're talking about services for victims and protections for survivors here in the state. There were some other exciting pieces of legislation that passed as well. One that is the most relevant to the HTPP is the passage of the REDEEM Act, which is a bill that reduces waiting times for expungements. It basically cuts in half waiting times for expungements of when there's been a conviction for certain misdemeanors, and also in half when there's been a conviction for certain very specific felonies. Reducing that wait time, again, for many of our clients, going from waiting 10 years to get something off the record down to 5 years, that's really huge. And it's going to open the door for a lot of people to be able to access criminal record relief. So we're quite excited about that. This wasn't something that anyone did alone. There was an amazing coalition led by the Maryland Human Trafficking Task Force's legislative committee, the leadership there, the leadership from survivors, from advocates, from attorneys, from agencies all around the state really led to this and some other important legislation getting passed. So we're quite excited about that. If you're interested in learning more about the Human Trafficking Prevention Project or how you can help, especially with some of these newly eligible expungement cases that we'll be able to field now that the waiting times have dropped, please feel free to reach out. You can visit us online at www.mvlslaw.org/HT to find our homepage. And of course, if you're signed up for MVLS's pro bono panel, then you'll be getting some news about available cases. Thank you so much.